What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building, and I wanted to make a quick, short video. Just my thoughts on Shaq Leonard and the Eagles and these playoffs. Well, as you've seen, Shaquille Leonard, former Darius Leonard, wants to go by his first name, but Shaq Leonard got released by the Indianapolis Colts. They said he had the back surgery. He wasn't the same player. He's been in the league, 5 years, been extra dominant. I mean, Darius Leonard was a dog. I liked him when he was in college, a small school. I don't know if it was Alabama State or whatever. But, I mean, dude was a dog, 6'3", but he always was undersized, but just a dog. I thought just a dog. And in a lot of people's minds, a dog. So a lot of people were surprised with the release. So, obviously, all these teams are on the train trying to get Darius Leonard, especially the contenders who need linebacker help. Well, two teams that need linebacker help are the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, right? And we know the Eagles, they don't play around. Harry Roseman, he don't play around. He see a release, he sees somebody out there that can help his team get over the hump or keep on making his team better, and he can make it happen, he's going to do it. So that puts pressure on other owners. When you got an uber aggressive general manager that don't give a hell and all he trying to get is championships, it forces other guys and other teams, general managers, owners, to jump on it and not sit back and lay and wait, because this guy can scoop him and try to be another piece. So I think the Cowboys understand that. When we see the back and forth with Tyler Smith drafted for, I would say, the Eagles front line, the Washington front line, when you saw Mozzie Smith with the defensive tackle, I believe that was for stopping the run, and that offensive line that the Eagles got, let's keep it real, they're a top team right now. So it makes sense. Shaq Leonard's supposed to visit Tuesday. My opinion, don't let him out the building, Dallas. Now, obviously, he could weigh his options. He can come in and say, hey, I love everything you're saying. I love it. But I'm going to go check other teams just to weigh my options. And if those Eagles come calling, he going to look at that. That's a championship team. They went to the Super Bowl. They're 10-1. He might look at those options as well. So my thing is, I just hope the Cowboys come with a real offer, and I think they will, because I think they understand this now. I'm not saying they never understood it, but I think they understand this now to the point where there's a lot of pressure from the streets, Twitter. Social media has changed a lot of this dynamic. Back in the day, you couldn't just talk and say all these things. Social media has changed it. There's pressure now from social media. That's the truth. Social media has pressure, and that now you don't sign a Darius Leonard, that pressure is going to come from social media, especially if he signs with the Eagles. So it's going to be a lot of pressure right there. But I think the Cowboys understand that, hey, number one, LVE's not playing. Number two, Marquise Bell is playing out of his mind, but he's still undersized, okay? He's only 208 pounds, and he's a dog, but he's still undersized. Rashaan Evans, we like what he's starting to, get his feet wet, but he has deficiencies as well, especially in the pass game. And you just can't let a guy like this walk out the building, especially when you're trying to compete and your linebacker is suspect, and you can put Michael Parsons back more at the edge where you might probably use him more in the playoffs. And Leonard is a veteran. And like you said, he may not be that 100% guy, but 75, 80% of that guy with that knowledge in his head, the studier, he's got former players on the team. He's a locker room leader. I just feel like his presence will just really help the Cowboys. And you're looking at those Eagles, and I feel like that's the team to beat right now. And you need to really, if you can get him in the building, and hopefully he loves it enough to say, yeah, let's make this happen. Sign him for this year, maybe offer him next year and see what happens with that. They said the Indianapolis Colts are on the hook for it. His 6-point-something million salary, so it's a no-brainer, and I think the Cowboys understand it. You got free agents. You put Jimmy Johnson in the ring. I just feel like this is icing on the cake. You got a guy that you can keep that's going to help your team defensively, add another piece to get you where you need to go. It makes sense. So that's my thoughts. Oh, and Marcus Peters, they're talking about possibly cutting Marcus Peters from the Raiders. Bring that man in too, because I think he'll make that effort with the Cowboys when he knows it's the Cowboys and this could be a Super Bowl. I like this team. Look at Marcus Peters too. Whatever you can take to get you continue to get you over the hump, to get you in that championship game, to possibly get you in that Super Bowl, do it. So that's my quick thoughts on get Leonard, sign Leonard, and bring in Marcus Peters too if he gets cut. It's a no-brainer. Now I want to say something real quick before I end. And, this is just what I've been seeing on Twitter, and social media has just changed the whole dynamic of everything. That's why people act the way they do, because of social media. But, man, I've been seeing people that, give the Eagles props, and fans out there like, oh, you ain't no true fan, I ain't following you, or that, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe you saying this and saying that, and I ain't. Man, cut that out, okay? This just me. You don't want to follow me because I said something about the Eagles being good or something. I mean, that's real weird to me, but bye. But let's keep it real, dog. They're the team to beat. Okay, it's not the Niners. Okay, Niners lost 3 games, but the Niners weren't this great team to me. They weren't. That's why I was so frustrated when we've been losing to them. Because I felt like each time we were better than them. 2021, 2022, and 2023. I felt like we were better than them every year, and we just do stupid things to let them win. They're not better than us, and we can beat them, and I want to play them again because I know we can beat them. But for real, the team to beat in the NFC is the Eagles. People don't want to hear that. It's the truth. Now, I ain't going to be all gushing over them like Michael Parsons was saying they special, but they're the team to beat. They are. They're 10-1. They find ways to win. You saw that game against Buffalo. They found another way to win. And, yeah, you'll talk about the penalties. And, yes, it was a disparaging mark, 10 penalties or something like 1. We had a lot of penalties in our game. Michael Parsons was getting held. We understand all that, okay? It's the truth. But there's bad officiating in every single game. Every single game, every player, every team can cry about bad flags. So that's across the board. It is. And if Dallas goes and plays Philadelphia in the championship game, which I am calling that they will, you're going to deal with the refs, and there's probably going to be bad calls. That's just what it is. And unless you really are mad tweeting to the refs every day to get them to change, because it ain't. So I'm just saying, the Eagles right now are a team to beat. They find ways to win. They finish. They beat the Chiefs. They beat Dallas. They beat Buffalo. They beat Miami. Those are all winning teams. They play us again. I definitely feel like we're going to beat them. But they're beating everybody, and I believe they're going to beat San Francisco too with Brock Purdy. I believe they're going to beat them. I think the only other game they're going to lose, unless they drop a game where they don't care and they're sitting out starters, which we can hope, but the Arizona game is going to come back and shoot us in the foot regardless. But I feel like they're going to beat San Francisco, and the only other game they're going to lose this year is to us. I feel like they're going to be 15-2, and Dallas is probably going to be 14-3, 13-14. I think that's how it's going to end, and I think they're going to be back-to-back NFC champs, and I think they're going to have home field advantage the whole year. That's what I just feel. But I also feel that the Cowboys are going to the NFC championship this year. I feel like that's out the way with the curse. I feel like Dak is playing really good football, and we have the team that can beat them, right? And I just feel like you had 2 back-to-back double-digit win seasons that haven't happened in 20 years. You won a playoff game on the road. That happened at 20 years, and I feel like we finally break the curse of going to an NFC championship this year. We break it. But do we go to the Super Bowl? I don't know. All I know is the Eagles and the Cowboys, to me, are the 2 best teams in the NFC. Lions are dogs. San Francisco, yeah, they beat us, but I'm sorry. I can't give it to San Francisco. I know, but I just can't. I feel like we're better than them, and we're going to beat them. So, and just one last thing. This run is going to be contingent on Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott. The Eagles aren't what they are without Jalen Hurts. Y'all can say what y'all want about that man. He's cool, he's calm, he's collective. He's a top 5 quarterback. He can run, he can throw. Y'all keep on saying he can't throw the ball. Yes, he can. I had to see this year, and I believe Jalen Hurts. He's a dog. He's the truth. He can beat you with his feet. He can beat you with his arms. He makes big, crucial throws. He makes big, crucial plays. He did it again against Buffalo. He has a calm demeanor, and he keeps that team calm. And whether you can hate Nick Sirianni, he might get on your damn nerves. He gets on mine. But he's a good coach. Look at him since he's come with the Eagles. He's a damn good coach. They're a good team. You don't like saying that about team? So what? It's the truth. Only reason why you're mad about saying it on social media now, saying it now because social media and you don't want to type it because too many people get on your neck. Back in the day, you could say it and nobody would ever know. But now social media is here and people are scared to say it. Well, I ain't scared to say it. They're a damn good team. Jalen Hurts is a damn good quarterback, and they're going to go to the Super Bowl because of Jalen Hurts. Dallas Cowboys would go to the Super Bowl because of Dak Prescott. Me and Joe Castro said on Best of Enemies when we first started that podcast 2 years ago, these are going to be legendary battles between these two. And I said when Jalen Hurts came in the league, he reminded me of Dak Prescott because he had all those traits like Dak, but he still had to throw the ball. Well, he's proven that to me just like Dak has proven it to me too with the ball. So if the Dallas Cowboys get to the Super Bowl and I already made a video, it's going to be because of Dak Prescott. If the Philadelphia Eagles want to return to the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of Jalen Hurts. Those are the two quarterbacks that are going to be the deciding factor in this game, in that championship game too. It's going to come down to them two. When they play in 2 weeks, it's going to come down to them two. That's what it is. So it's going to be Eagles, Cowboys in that NFC Championship. I don't know what happens with that game, but that's what it's going to be. And I believe we're going to Philly. I feel like what you just heard in this video, that's what it's going to be. And we'll see what happens. But stop that. You can't compliment a team or say a team's not good. You're not going to gush over them, but they got a good squad. They're 10-1 for a reason. They finished games. Dallas didn't finish. Buffalo should have won that game. They didn't finish. Kansas City should have won that game, but they didn't finish. Cowboys should have won that game, but they didn't finish. And Eagles are finishing games, and these other teams aren't. And if the Cowboys want to go to the Super Bowl, which I think they're going to go to an NFC Championship, they got to finish. Big Game James. Talk to you soon. I'm out. Peace.